All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you. My name is Janet Poutre. I'm the chair of the City of San Diego Commission for Arts and Culture. Welcome to the November Executive Committee meeting. I'm going to do a quick roll call to confirm attendance. And when I call your name, please unmute yourself and say present. Commissioner Smith?
Present.
Thank you. Commissioner Bossler?
Present.
Thank you. Commissioner Hughes?
Present.
Thank you. Commissioner Frank? Okay, and Commissioner Whooper let me know that he was not able to attend the meeting today. Thank you all. Your attendance has been noted. Also joining us today is city staff, including Chief of Civic Art Strategy, Christine Jones, Project Manager, Bel Reza, and Civic Art Project Manager, Laura Bullock. Before we get into today's agenda, I'm going to call on Bel to run down some guidelines for today's meeting. Bel?
Thank you, Chair Poutre, and good morning, commissioners. As you've all noticed by now, we are using Zoom webinar. This is in an effort to provide greater accessibility to the public who may now join the meeting as webinar attendees in order to provide public comment in real time. Meeting as panelists will function for you identically to a typical Zoom meeting. As a refresher, please note the buttons on your control bar. Please keep your microphone on mute when you're not speaking and your camera on at all times. Please remember just to keep your chat window open, and you'll be using it to signal when you'd like to speak. Thank you, Chair Poutre.
Thanks, Bel. Okay, let's move on to non-agenda public comment. The public was invited to submit public comment via on agenda and non-agenda items via a web form accessible through the agenda and the Commission's website. Members of the public can also join this meeting as webinar attendees. If members of the public have submitted comments in writing via the web form, staff will read aloud those public comments per city public comment protocol. I'll also call on Bel to read aloud or to call on any attendees who would like to provide comment. Bel?
And nothing was submitted via web form, and there are no members of the public in attendance for this meeting. So there is no public comment today.
All right, thank you for handling that. Pardon me. All right, so it's on me, commission business. First, before we move on to our first action item, I just wanted to take a minute to be excited that we got the World Design Capital designation. So exciting. And Rebecca, I know you personally worked on that effort, so thank you for your work. I will admit, I still have trouble explaining to people what exactly it means and what it is. So
that's okay. Everybody else does too. We're going to co-create it together.
That's right. And as Jonathan mentioned, details to follow. Speaking of Jonathan, you might wonder where's the little box with his head. And it is gone because he's taking a well-deserved 4-day weekend. So we're not texting him and we're not asking him any questions today. We're going to let him have a day off. And of course, we have plenty of great staff to help us out. So I also need to let you know, if you don't, that our longtime colleague, Ben Meza, has decided to resign from the commission, and that was effective this past week. He shared with me his obligations at work, and they're really just overwhelming. It really came as somewhat of a surprise to him that the work was so busy. And I know Ben, when he says, I just really cannot devote the time that this position really deserves, when he says that, that's not just air, you know, he really means that, and he really works hard on the commission. So I'm really going to miss him, and Public Art is going to miss him, but I've asked Jason to kind of take over for Ben. So you'll see Jason at the commission meetings reporting out on Public Art, and we want to give him his support, our support for that period of time. And I also want to let you know, it won't be any surprise to know that the mayor's office is aware of the need to reappoint a whole bunch of commission members and appoint a chair for calendar year 2022. So they've asked that we would just stay in our current roles until they can move things through a very busy city council docket. Everybody wants to know what are our committees going to be next year and how's that going to look? Who's going to be the chair? And so we will let you all know when we all know. And Jonathan will keep us posted on all of that kind of thing. It was brought home to me the other day when I was talking to somebody, and I realized that there's about 50 boards and commissions that the city has that need volunteers appointed to them, including a couple of new advisory boards. So I know that we may not be number one on the list, and I am going to take that as an endorsement of the work that we're doing, and that we're doing well with it, and there's no issues to be handled here in any kind of a rush. I guess you would, in a transcript, you would call that a shrug, right? Anyway, let's move on to our first action item. I hope everybody had a chance to look at the minutes from last month. Does anybody want to make a motion to accept the minutes from last month? You just have to unmute yourself and state your motion. Commissioner Hughes?
I motion that we accept the minutes as reported.
Thank you. Commissioner Bossler?
A second.
Thank you. All righty. Does anybody have any comments, questions, or edits to make to those minutes? Any discussion on that? Okay, seeing none, we'll go ahead and take a vote. I will call on you by name. You will unmute yourself and say yay, nay, or abstain. Remember, you don't have to have been at the meeting in order to vote on the minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. Belle, do we have any public comment?
No, we do not.
Okay, thank you. All right, so now we'll take a vote. I'll call your name and respond out loud, yay, nay, or abstain. Commissioner Smith?
Yay.
Thank you. Commissioner Bossler?
Yay.
Thank you. Commissioner Hughes?
Yay.
Thank you. And my vote is a yay. All right. Next up, other reports. So Commissioner Bossler, would you like to give us an update on policy and funding?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I'm the chair of the Policy and Funding Committee. Want to let you know that the committee did not have a meeting in November. However, we are planning to have our regularly scheduled meeting in December. At the December meeting, we anticipate receiving a presentation on top-line results from a recent COVID-19 impact survey of city-funded arts and culture organizations. Furthermore, an action item related to the fiscal year 23 panelist pool for both OSP and CCSD in preparation for the panel process for the winter of this current year 22.
All right, thanks very much, Commissioner Bossler. I can't believe we're talking about 2022 already. Boggles the mind. Alrighty, in terms of the Public Art Committee, I know there was a great meeting this month, and I'm going to ask Christine Jones if she can give us a quick update on that since Jason can't be here.
Sure. Good morning, Commissioners. So there were no action items at the Public Art Committee, so there are no action items moving forward to the Commission. The PAC did receive presentations on the final 6 temporary projects for Park Social. So the PAC provided comments, had questions for the artists. So that input is now being considered by the artists. We'll be providing an overview of the whole Park Social, all of the projects at the next PAC meeting in December, as well as the Commission meetings. So stay tuned on that.
All right, thanks, Christine. That was a good meeting. I love seeing the projects and hearing the artists discuss their process and what they're doing with the idea. and I find myself thinking about it a lot through the following days, and wishing I could come back to the meeting and go, you know what I just thought of. Alrighty, next up, advocacy and outreach. Commissioner Hughes, which I noticed, did you shave? Yes.
I did.
Sorry to mention something so personal. I just thought he looks different. I can't figure it out.
It took about a decade off of me. The only reason is that, and shameless plug, I am in a production of Clue at Coronado Playhouse,
Ah,
and I'm playing Mrs. Peacock.
not appropriate. The beard wouldn't be appropriate. I understand.
Not so much, but I have a beautiful blue dress, and I've learned to run around in 2.5-inch heels.
Very nice. Well, thank you for that cultural note.
There you go.
Can you share with us?
Yes, I can.
advocacy?
I have some very exciting news.
Let's hear it.
So we have been, the team spearheaded by Jonathan has been close to finalizing San Diego County participants in the annual Americans for the Arts and Economic Impact Study number 6, which is going to take place throughout 2022. Speaking of, wow, are we in the future? And the findings will be reported as a nationwide study in mid-23. So the great thing is that we have now 7 municipalities in San Diego County, in addition to the city of San Diego and Balboa Park participating. This is fantastic news and the biggest effort to date throughout the region, and just folds right into my, hey, we need a cultural plan. So this is great data that we can fold into that cultural plan. And you know what would be great with being the World Design Capital in 2024 is having a cultural plan to launch ourselves off of that great high. So I'm just saying. But anyway, that's fantastic news. Thank you to the entire team for pushing that forward. That is incredibly exciting.
All right, I agree. Thank you very much, Tyler, for that. I have other friends that are in public relations and all very excited about World Design Capital and making plans in their companies already. So it's a big deal, not just us. Alrighty, next up, Commissioner Engagement Ad Hoc Committee. Since Udoka isn't here, I'm going to talk to you about what we've been doing over there. I have been participating in the meetings as they are working on our racial equity statement. And we've been working with Leah Goodwin, and Udoka and the committee are doing a really good job and have submitted to Kim Desmond, who is the city's Office of Racial Equity, Director of the city's Office of Racial Equity. Thank you. And by the way, we shall be meeting her at our November commission meeting next week. So we sent what we had, or I should say they sent what they had, and Kim went through it, made a few, I guess you might call it just wordsmithing changes to it, but the basic statement is great. And so what I wanted to ask you all, since we're having those changes kind of applied to the statement and the final will be ready on Wednesday, I want to know if our executive committee is okay with Udoka and I bringing that forward, or actually Udoka bringing it forward to the commission, basically on my say-so and her say-so as chair of that committee. The other option that we have, pardon me, is when we get that final statement, bring it back to the December executive committee. You all say, yes, we can put that on for approval for the commission meeting in December and approve it then. I like the timing of Kim being with us in November. I saw the changes and they are very minor. And I would also request that Bell would send all of you, actually all the commissioners, what we plan to vote on on next Friday. So how do y'all feel about that? Wow, don't all yell at me at once, please. I'm seeing nodding heads and smiles. Commissioner Hughes?
Yeah, I think that's because of the opportunity of having her here in November. I think it's a good time to move forward with the discussion. It'd be great if we could circulate the statement prior to that meeting. That way everybody is well versed in the language, but I think we can have a substantive discussion at the full commission meeting.
I agree. The changes, the statement itself, and then the changes to it, all good. I'm sure Udoka is going to be okay with all of it too. And yes, I will ask Belle to make sure that each of you have, in fact, all the commissioners have a copy of that. In fact, Belle, would that go out with the meeting package? Yeah.
It could go out with the meeting package, and I can make sure that goes out on Tuesday afternoon or early Wednesday morning, or I can also just go ahead and send it out as soon as it's ready, whatever you all would prefer.
How do you feel if you just get it when it's ready? Do you have that kind of bandwidth to look at an individual email like that, or is it better for you to be in the packet with the meeting stuff?
I think if it's finalized much earlier, I can get it out and just give everyone the opportunity to really review it at their own speed. But if it comes close to when I'm going to put the packet out anyway, I'll just go ahead and put it in there and send it all to you that way. How's that?
All right. I see nodding heads. I'm nodding. Rebecca's nodding. Tyler, yes. Are you nodding your head there, Ann? I think so. Okay, great. Thanks, everybody. That was easy. Okay. So now, pardon me, now we're going to move to our big agenda item, which is to approve the regular commission agenda. And Belle, do we have any public comment on that?
No, we do not.
All righty. And Tyler, it's hard to keep track with the chat window, but is this an outstanding request to speak? Okay, thank you. All righty. So here's our agenda for the commission meeting this Friday. May I have a motion to approve it? Don't be shy. Commissioner Smith?
So moved. Thank you.
Thank you. May I have a second? Commissioner Bossler. I just see Ann Evans. Commissioner Bossler?
Yes, I second.
Thank you. All right. Anybody have anything to add or discuss in regard to this agenda? All right, cool. And let's see, there's no public comments. So here we'll go and vote. I'll call your name. You'll unmute yourself. Oh, sorry. Commissioner Hughes?
Oh, I was looking at the wrong page. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Okay. So here we go. I'll call your name and you will out loud tell me yay, nay, or abstain. Commissioner Smith?
Yay.
Yay. Thank you. Commissioner Bossler?
Yay.
Thank you. Commissioner Hughes?
Yay.
Yay. And my vote is a yay. Thanks, everybody. All righty. That was our big chore for today. I'm going to ask Christine if she has some staff report for us.
Thank you, commissioners again. So as Chair Poutre mentioned, yes, on Wednesday, the World Design Organization did announce that the cities of San Diego and Tijuana have jointly been named World Design Capital for 2024. So big congratulations to all the organizations and stakeholders and leaders across many different design sectors and big kudos. So I think more information will be coming as previously mentioned, and it'll be really 2024 is going to be an exciting year for San Diego and really an exciting year for creative communities across the region to really highlight and showcase the way design connects us all. So more information forthcoming with that. And as you all know, it's been funding cycle is underway for fiscal year 2023. So for Organizational Support Program and Creative Community San Diego. So that application window closed on October 31st. Staff is now working with the University of San Diego to evaluate the submitted responses to the request for qualifications. And we expect to be able to give you more updates at the commission meeting as well as into December as to our numbers. And then in addition, just as a reminder, we have the call for panelists out for fiscal year 2023 panelists. So we have about 10 days left or I guess 9 days left. It closes on November 21st. So if you have a colleague, a cultural practitioner, an artist, somebody in the arts field or cultural field, all disciplines, all backgrounds from anywhere, essentially North America or Baja, please encourage them to apply. So all the information is on our website. So if you have anybody in mind and you want to pass them along, we're happy to reach out to them directly too. And that concludes our updates today.
Pardon me. Thank you, Christine. Alrighty, anybody have anything else that they would like to discuss or bring up? Well, thank you very much for attending this morning. I was thinking, because Commissioner Hughes surprisingly mentioned the cultural plan, I thought to myself, you know, design, cultural plan, isn't a cultural plan a design for the city's arts and culture ecosystem? So that's a total design project right there. I think it fits. I guess we're going to get it in 2024. All right. Yes, Tyler, you are that predictable. And what is also predictable is you all being so attentive and timely and punctual. So thanks everybody for coming to this morning. Have a great weekend. And oh, I'll see you Friday, won't I? No, next Friday. Have a great weekend. Bye all.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, this meeting is
Everyone.
adjourned. Sorry. I'm really bad at running this one.